Let's look at JEE Main 2019 to 2020 questions. And we'll solve the questions with straight simple approach, probability. All questions from the class 11 syllabus. So let's start with this 2010, and the basic approach is comprehend what is given completely, what is asked clearly, analyze, recall what are the results we have, basic results, recognize what is given in the question, and the hidden thing there, we call that, actually it's not hidden, it's obvious there. Then we organize and sequence. So basically the problem is solved here, there, here, and then we execute. We simply calculate and evaluate the question, the answer we got. So let's begin. What is given? An urn contains 9 balls, of which 3 are red, 4 are blue, 2 are green. 3 balls are drawn at random without replacement from the urn. So एक urn है जिसमें 9 balls हैं, 3 red हैं, 4 blue, 2 green, and 3 balls are drawn at random without replacement. Now the probability that the 3 balls have different colors. So what is asked? The probability that the 3 balls have different colors. So let's start. So this is given. 9 balls, 3 red, 4 blue, 2 green. Now in probability, we need to be clear about what is the random experiment. So random experiment is 3 balls are drawn at random without replacement from the urn. So N of S, 9C3, 9 balls, 3 are selected. Event E, occurrence of 3 different color balls. So we need to write clearly what is the event E, जिसका हमें probability चाहिए. So event E is occurrence of 3 different color balls. Now 3 different color balls are selected if, so we recognize, then if 1 red is selected out of 3 red and 1 blue is selected out of 4 blue and 1 green is selected out of 2 green. So this and this and this. And we know from the principle of multiplication to how to count them. If we find out the number of ways of doing this, number of ways of doing this, number of ways of doing this, and then we, as and is involved there, we multiply them. So N of E is number of selection of 1 red out of 3 red into number of selection of 1 blue out of 4 blue and into number of selection of 1 green out of 2 green. So 3 out of 1, 3C1, 4C1, 2C1. We multiply them, we got the value of N of E. So the probability of occurrence of 3 different color balls, probability of event E is NE upon NS. That gives us simple calculation. You just put the value, answer comes out 2 by 7. I got the answer, it is option 1. No trick, no complication, no mystery. Straight simple approach. Next question, 2010 again. What is given? 4 numbers are chosen at random without replacement from the set of 1, 2, 3 to 20. So one set is given जिसमें आपके numbers हैं, natural numbers 1 से 20 तक. So 20 elements there and 4 are chosen at random. Now statement 1 says the probability that the chosen number when arranged in some order will form an AP, arithmetic progression. So probability of occurrence of this event is given. Event is chosen numbers are arranged in an order, form an AP, is 1 by 85. Now statement 2, if the 4 chosen numbers form an AP, then the set of all possible values of common difference is this. So now it's clear that I have to find out first the common difference, the possible values of common difference. Then we will look for the event that the numbers are in AP and the probability of that. So let's start. So random experiment is 4 numbers are chosen at random from this set, which is 20C4, number of elements in the sample space. Now event E is the chosen number when arranged in some order form an AP. So let's go for the AP. Now, 4 distinct numbers chosen from the set to be in AP. Let common difference of AP be D, and D belongs to integer. Now, nth term of an AP is, we recall this result, nth term is A plus n minus 1 into D, where A is the first term, D is the common difference. Now, from this set, the first term can be either 1 or 20. It can go in the increasing, 1, 4, 7 like that, or it can be in decreasing. So first number can be either 1 or 20. Now the first term is 1, so A4, 4 numbers are chosen. So that will be the, if you are starting from 1, largest number. So we put the value, we get A4 is equal to 1 plus 3D, and this 1 plus 3D, A4 should be in between 1 to 20, greater or equal to 1 and less than or equal to 20. So we put the value here. So A4 is 1 plus 3D from 1 to 20. We simplify that. We get the value of D is from greater or equal to 0, less than or equal to 19 upon 3. So D can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if we take A equal to 20, we use the same process. We get D is minus 6, minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0. For D equal to 0, all 4 numbers will be same. If the common difference is 0, then all numbers are same. Not acceptable as a 4 distinct chosen number are, distinct numbers are chosen. चारों नंबर अलग अलग हैं. So possible values of D are plus minus 1, 2, plus minus 6. And what is given in the statement 2? Plus minus 1, 2, plus minus 5. So obviously statement 2 is incorrect, false. So statement 2 is false. Now if you look at the option, in the 4 option, only in one option statement 2 is false. So I don't need to check actually statement 1 to answer this question. My answer is statement 2 is false. Option 2 is the answer. I got my answer, option 2. Right? No trick, no complication, no mystery. Okay, for learning, let's see how we find out the probability of this event. So possible values of D are these. Let event E, the chosen number when arranged in some order, form an AP. So favorable outcome for event E. So how will it start? We start with D equal to this value plus minus 1, then this, then this. So if we take D is equal to plus minus 1, so set of favorable outcomes of event is 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the last number 2 we can go is 20. So 17, 18, 19, 20. Right? And if we take D equal to minus 1, though again the same set we'll get. Right? For D equal to 2, 1, 3, and last will can be 20. So 20 से कम करते हम चलेंगे तो it will be 40. For D equal to 3, same way we write last 20, 11 here, and we start with the minimum value of the first number. D equal to 4, plus minus 4, D equal to plus minus 5, right? For D equal to plus minus 6. So how do we start? With the lowest here and the maximum in the last we check. Now we can count the numbers here. Favorable outcome. This is one outcome, this is another. If you look into this, for D equal to plus minus 1, the first number start from here 1, then in the second it is 2, and it is 17. So if we count the number, it is 1 to 17. 17 here, 14 here, 11 here, 8 here, 5 here, 2 here. 17 plus 14 plus 11 plus 8 plus 5 plus 2 is equal to 57. So n of E is equal to 57. And probability of occurrence of event E, if we put the values, we get the answer 1 upon 85. So statement 1 is true. Straight, simple approach. Now let's look at the next question. 2014 online 1. If A and B are two events such that probability of A union B is equal to probability of A intersection B. So that is given. What is asked? The incorrect statement. Incorrect statement among the following option. So for option 1 says A and B are equally likely. Second, P of probability of A intersection B complement equal to 0. probability of A complement intersection B equal to 0. Option 4, PA plus PB equal to 1. So this is given and we have to look for the incorrect option that is asked. So we start with what is given. Now we know that P of A union B is equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. We just put the value here. From here we get P of A plus P of B is equal to 2 times P of A intersection B. Now we recall that probability of occurrence of event E1 is greater or equal to probability of occurrence of E1 intersection E2. And this equality holds if P of E1 is equal to P of E1 intersection E2. So P of A will be equal to this. We are looking for this. So P of A is greater or equal to P of A intersection B, and P of B is greater than equal to P of A intersection B. Now if you add them, we get P of A plus P of B is greater or equal to 2 times P of A intersection B. Now from 1 and 2 and 3, that is clear if it is equal and we have this result, it means it is true only if P of A is equal to P of B is equal to P of A intersection B. So event A and B are same. Why same? In the same set. They are same set in the same sample space as. Thus, option 1, A and B are equally likely. Yes, they have the equal probability of occurrence. Correct. 2, option 2. P of A intersection B dash and P of A intersection A dash. B dash is equal to A dash, and we know this is equal to null set and the probability is 0. So option 2 is correct. Similarly, option 3 is also more or less same. So option 3 is also correct statement. So option 4 need to be correct. Means the incorrect statement among these. So what is this? P of A plus P of B. Now we know that P of A plus P of B can be any number satisfying from 0 to 2. P of A has to be from 0 to 1, P of B has to be from 0 to 2. So P of A plus P of B can be any number from 0 to 2. Right? And nothing else is given to finalize the or get the exact value, one number. So we can't say that P of A plus P of B equal to 1 for sure. It may be true, but it is not always true. So the incorrect statement is 4th. I got my answer. Now look at from the set. We use the Venn diagram, right? So it is clear that P of A union B. So this is from P of A. The all any shaded region other than white is P A union B. This equals to P of A intersection B. This double shaded region is A intersection B. Now both set can be equal, this union and this, only if A and B are same. Right? Clear? So I got my answer directly if you look from the Venn diagram. It is option 4. No trick, no complication, no mystery. Straight, simple approach. 2014 online 3, third paper in the online. What is given? A number is chosen at random from the set of natural numbers, first 100 natural numbers. So that's our set. So I recognize this. This is given. And we describe the event A. The chosen number X satisfies this inequality, rational inequality in one parameter. And it is asked. What is asked? Probability of event A. So we need set A. So random experiment. If number is chosen at random from this set, one number is chosen. So n of S is 100C 100. And event E, A, satisfies this. We know how to solve this. X can be any real number. Then we start with number line. This expression changes sign at 10, this at 50, this as 30. We mark them. Method of intervals. The whole number line is divided into intervals. So in each interval, we check the sign scheme of expression. So X is greater than 50 in this interval. If X is greater than 50, X minus 10 is positive, X minus 50 is positive, X minus 30 is positive. So 3 positive numbers multiply or divided, answer is definitely positive. So in this interval, the sign scheme of this expression is positive, here negative from this interval, here it is positive, here it is negative, right? And at the end points of the interval, we check at x equal to 50, the value of this expression is 0. Do we need 0? Yes, we need. So close one. At 30, denominator is 0. Denominator cannot be 0. So we leave 30. 10 equal to 0. So we include that. So we get x belongs to close 10 to open 30 or close 50 to open infinity. So numbers are from these. So how many numbers are possible? 1, 2, 3. Out of these, set A contain 10 greater or equal to 10 to less than 30. So 29, 10, 11, 12 up to 29. And from here 50, 51 up to 100. That's the intersection there. Yep. So event A occur if any of these number occur. So n of A is from 10 to 19, there are 20 numbers. From 50 to 100, there are 51 numbers. So 20 plus 50, 51 is equal to 71. So n of A is equal to 71. I get probability of occurrence of A, 71 upon 100, 0.71. Option 1. No trick, no complication, no mystery. Straight, simple approach. 2015 offline, JEE main paper. What is given? Let's comprehend. If 12 identical balls are to be placed in 3 identical boxes, then the probability that one of the boxes contains exactly 3 balls is. So 12 identical balls are given. उनको हमने 3 identical boxes में रखना है. So that's our random experiment. 3 identical balls are placed in 3 identical boxes. So number of all possible ways of distributing 12 identical ball in 3 identical boxes. That's our NS. And how do we calculate it? So this is like we need to remember in probability while we are solving the questions of probability. We look for all possible outcomes. We don't look for the distinct outcomes. When we perform a random experiment, we look for all possible outcomes, not distinct outcomes. So one ball has 3 choices. Second ball has 3 choices. So to complete this experiment, how many possible ways are there? 3 into 3 into 3 for each, 3 choices for each. For 12, 3 to the power 12. So n of S we got 3 to the power 12. Now event is one of the boxes contains exactly 3 balls. So number of all possible ways of distributing 12 identical balls in 3 identical boxes such that one of the box contains exactly 3 balls is n of E. That's what we need to find out. Now which is number of ways in which box contain 3 balls. We have to calculate this. So which box contain 3 balls? Then we perform the activity that box contain which 3 balls and rest of the 9 balls in other 2 boxes. That's how we break while we are counting. So out of 3 boxes, which box contain 3 balls? Now we have decided the box. Then in that box, which 3 balls out of 12 balls? And we also have to distribute 9 remaining ball in other 2 boxes, right? So for this 3C1, selection of 1 box out of 3, then selection of 3 balls out of 12, and for remaining 9 balls, each has 2 options. We calculate it, we get the value 3 into 55 to 2 to the power 11, n of E. Right? So probability of occurrence of event E is n of E of divided by n of S. We get 55 into 2 by 3 to the power 11. No, none of the option is correct. So they made a silly mistake here, I think, while making this question. They must be looking for this. ये extra आ गया उनकी तरफ से. Anyway, so our answer, the correct answer is 55 into 2 upon 3 to the power 11. So none is the option. No trick, no complication, no mystery. 2017 offline question paper, and in that question is, if two different numbers are taken from the set 0 to 10. So natural numbers and zero whole numbers are there from 0 to 10 in the set. Then the probability that their sum as well as absolute difference are both multiple of 4. So random experiment is, two different numbers are taken out of these 11 numbers. N of S will be 11C2. Now the event is sum as well as absolute difference of two selected different numbers are multiple of 4 out of these 11 numbers. So let's look how can we approach. One way is like you write all of them, but that's not like the appropriate method. We should start in the sequential mathematical way. So let's take two numbers A and B. So A is not equal to B and A and B both belong to 0 to 10. And A plus B is 4 times N1. And difference A minus B is equal to 4 times N2. And N1 and N2 are natural number. Sum as well as absolute difference are multiple of 4. That's how we write mathematically. So A plus B is equal to this and A minus B is equal to plus minus of 4 times N2. We add them or subtract them, we get the value of A and B. Now if you look, A is equal to 2 times a natural number and B is also 2 times a natural number or 0. Right? So A and B both are even numbers. That's the one simple thing we got. So we can use that now. We start and write the numbers. So 0, if I take A 0, then B, satisfying this, B can be 4 or 8. If I take next A 2, B can be 6, 10. Next A equal to 4, B can be only 8. Then next value of A 6, then B has to be 10. That's it. So your counting becomes simpler. N of A is equal to 6. I get the probability P of A is equal to, just put the values 6 upon 55. Straight, simple approach. I got my answer is option 3. No trick, no complication, no mystery. It's a straight, simple approach. 2017 offline question paper. The question is, for 3 events A, B and C, what is given? 3 events A and B, P, exactly one of A or B occurs is equals to probability of exactly one of B or C occurs is equal to probability of exactly one of C or A occur equals to 1 by 4. That is given. And probability of all the 3 events occur simultaneously is equal to 1 by 16. So this is given. Then the probability that at least one of the events occur is. That's what this asks. Let's analyze. Now, probability of exactly one of A or B occur is P of A plus P of B minus 2 times P of A intersection B. That is equal to 1 by 4. Similarly, P of B plus P of C minus 2 times P of B intersection C is equal to 1 by 4. And similarly this. Now, all 3 occur simultaneously is 1 by 16. So these are given and we just recall this event is equal to what? This event is equal to this. Now, what is us? Probability of at least one of the event A, B and C occurs. So P of A union B union C is asked. This is equal to this. We recall this result. Now, if just to use this given data, I just use like half of this is equal to P of this. If we just see this, so I've taken P of A, P of B, and this. So I need 2 times. So 2 times here, so just made it half. This is actually equal to this, comes out equal to here. Simple looking into the, seeing the things here, seeing what is given and what is this equal to. Just put the values, you get the answer, 7 upon 16. Option 4. No trick, no complication, no mystery. 2018, online 3. Let's comprehend what is given. Two different families, A and B, are blessed with equal number of children. Okay. There are 3 tickets to be distributed among the children of these families so that no child gets more than 1 ticket. Okay. If the probability that all the tickets go to the children of family B is equal to 1 by 12, then the number of children in each family is. So इस इवेंट का हमको probability निकालना है. So random experiment is 3 tickets to be distributed among the children of these families so that no child gets more than 1 ticket. That's our random experiment. So let the number of children in each family is equal to n. So total children is 2n. The number of all possible ways of distributing 3 tickets among the 2n children so that no child gets more than 1 ticket is all possible ways without any restriction, and you subtract from that 1 child gets 2 ticket and 1 child gets 3 ticket. So principle of exclusion. No restriction. 1 gets 2 ticket, 1 child gets 3 tickets. If we subtract them, we will get the number of all possible ways of distributing 3 tickets among the 2 children so that no child gets more than 1 ticket. So no restriction, 2n choices, 2n children are there into whole to power 3 by 3, 2n to power whole to power 3. So 1 ticket has 2n choice, second ticket has 2n choice, third ticket has 2n choice. That's how the distribution is completed. So no restriction, that's server now counting. Now 1 child gets 2 ticket. So out of 2n, first we decide which child. So number of ways are 2n c1. Then which 2 tickets? There are 3 tickets. So 3c2. And the last 1 ticket goes to remaining 2n minus 1 child. That's how we complete the process of distribution of 3 tickets among 2n children, and 1 child gets 2 tickets. So first we decide which child, which 2 tickets, and the third ticket is distributed. Similarly, 1 child gets 3 tickets, 2n c1. That's it. We are just select which child. So we just got the values. So you just put the values there, we get this simple calculation, right? We got the value of n of s. So n of s is this. Now all the tickets go to the children of family B. इस event का probability हमको दिया हुआ है. So number of all possible ways of distributing 3 tickets among the n children of family B so that no child gets more than 1 ticket. Again, just use the same process. The only thing is now, instead of 2n child, we have n child. So n to the power 3, no restriction. 1 child gets 2 tickets. 1 child gets 3 tickets. Simplify this calculation, simple calculation. We got the value of n of e. Now what is given? N of this event e divided by n of s. The probability is given 1 by 12. Simple quadratic equation. We simplify that. We get the value n equal to 1 or 5. Now n equal to 1 is not acceptable. Why not acceptable? Because if family A has 1 child, family B has 1 child, so there are only 2 child, and you have 3 tickets. And the condition is given that no child gets more than 1 ticket. So in that case, at least 1 child will get more than 1 ticket. So n equal to 1 is not acceptable. Answer is n equal to 5. I got the answer. It is option 3. No trick, no complication, no mystery. That's how you approach. 2019 January 11th, second shift question paper. And in the question, the probability question from the class 11 syllabus is this. Let comprehend. Let S is equal to this set. A subset B of S is said to be nice. So they have described the definition nice. A subset B of set S is said to be nice if the sum of the elements of B is 203. Okay. Then the probability that a randomly chosen subset of S is nice is this. So we are clear about what is given and what is asked. So let's write it. So random experiment is a subset of set S is randomly chosen. So we recall number of subset of set S if it contains n elements is 2 to the power n. So in this we have 20 elements, so answer is 2 to the power 20. So let sample space be T. The number of all possible ways of selection of a subset of set S is equal to 2 to the power 20. You have to select one set, right? Event E is subset B of set S is nice. Nice subset if the sum of the elements of subset is 203. Now if we just check the sum of all the elements of this set is 210. And the set is nice, set B is nice if the sum is 203. So the set B contains all the numbers whose sum is 210 minus 7. So except of those elements whose sum equals 7. And they are 1, 6, 1, 2, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4 or 7. We don't miss out anything. So we start with 1. If I take only start with the number 1, then 6. If I take 1, 6 square, 2 and 4 we can't write 1, 3, 3 because 3 is only 1 there. So again 2, 5 or 3, 4, 7, right? So n of E is equal to 5. Means इन नंबर्स को छोड़ के बाकी सारे एलिमेंट्स हैं उस सेट में, इन नंबर्स को छोड़ के और these numbers or these number or these numbers. So only 5 sets are there. So probability of required event is 5 upon 2 to the power 20. I got my answer. It is option 2. No trick, no complication, no mystery. January 12th, 2019, second shift question paper. Question, let's comprehend. In a class of 60 students, 40 opted for NCC, 34 NSS, and 24 both NCC and NSS. If one of these student is selected at random, then the probability that the student selected has opted neither NCC nor the SS. All right. So random experiment is class of 60, one student is selected, n of S is equal to 60, C1 equal to 60. Event, जिसका हमको probability चाहिए. The event selected has opted neither NCC nor NSS. So that event is the student who opted for NCC, n of A is equal to 40. So probability of A is equal to this. Event B, NSS. The student opted for NSS, n of B is equal to 30. Probability of B is equal to 30 upon 16. A intersection B, the student both opted for both NCC and NSS, and this probability of A intersection B is equal to 20 upon 60. And we know that if I need the probability of the event is the student selected is opted neither NCC nor SS. So that is A dash intersection B dash. And we also know that A dash intersection B dash is A union B complement. So P of A required probability is this. P of A union B dash is equal to 1 minus P of A union B. And we know P of union B is equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. And we have these values. Just put the values, you get your answer. 1 by 6. Option 1. I got the answer. It is option one. No trick, no complication, no mystery. Straight, simple approach. Thank you.